Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We're on Twin Beaches. Plane today spawning down the bottom, we've got Across the Pacific with the British forces immediately locked into Canadian shock. Now on the top side is dim-vishnya with Afrika Corps, who has armoured support, Italian combined arms, and Italian infantry. It's a Patreon-backed submitted game. Both players are around rank 250 with their respective factions. So, 3 Panzerpies with the COH3. Generally, when I'm playing against DAC, I always go for the Dingo. No Dingo for Across the Pacific yet. And generally, I'd recommend getting it. Like, you can probably go double sappers, then into Dingo. Oh, you've got plenty of repairs for the Dingo. Good bit of map control. Just start getting that Dingo to work as early as possible.
An infantry section is present and accounted for.
Okay, a lot of Panzerpies. These guys probably just need to retreat, honestly. With the elevation bonus on these guys, probably the COH3's going to come back in. Maybe not, but there's a high percentage chance of it happening. And I don't know, this cover here, I'm not entirely convinced every model's got heavy cover. I know that maybe this is like a decent range for Tommies to be fighting at, but with the elevation bonus, it just makes it not really a worthwhile fight. So many other nice spots to fight from, maybe where the enemy can push into you and then you've got the advantage. Like the buildings or heavy cover next to the cutoff. So yeah, bit of a disaster in these early engagements for Across the Pacific. Not a good start. But I believe Across the Pacific generally doesn't feel that comfortable using Dingoes. But it's just something you know, got to get used to if you want to play at the high ranks. You got to be comfortable with the light vehicle control and play with them until they no longer become a weakness. Sandbags interrupted there. I think, you know, planting some sandbags before going for the capture was a fine choice, but fortunately denied. Kind of got two choices there. You can run into the light cover, try hold out from there, or just retreat. Need to make that decision early in the fight though, so you can maximize your durability thanks to the light cover bonus. Did also see Across Pacific lock into healing early on, which, you know, has gone for Canadian shock, could be getting the healing upon capturing. I think that's really like the strongest part of this battle group still. Played it, you know, quite a bit again recently. And that in-combat healing, especially for 1v1 where you're capturing and decapturing so much territory, you just have that buff active like all the time in every fight, massively skews every engagement. So the fact that that hasn't been locked in and then has gone for healing on top of that, it's not really leaning into the strengths of this battle group. So got to try and go for the cutoff. Unfortunate timing that the machine gun just happens to be here. Might still be able to get the decap off though, especially if the guys were like really fast crawling into light cover. Not quite able to get it before the pin though. Good angles here though, sandwiching these Panzerpies. Need to get active with this squad though, if you want this to work. On the sappers, alright, this should be a win. No dodge on the stun nades. Probably, if these grenades were going to hit, probably didn't need to jump out of the building. They do very little damage. Just stun is the most annoying thing, and by getting out, you're kind of given the opportunity it's done to be better. Did we just see them shooting at an empty building? Definitely would have been better to jump out the other side and then retreat from there as well, if that was the option. It looked like it was just a panic retreat though from the building.
We're losing a fuel point to enemy action. action.
So dim-vishnya has gone for Panzerjägers early on. Maybe indicating that's going to be like an assault green call-in. COH3 still hasn't selected the healing. So yeah, that's definitely the number one thing. And here we go, 2 L6s. You see pretty fast command point accumulation at this stage. If this was his plan though, he could have gone for the Panzerjäger call-in and the
You have command points available.
L6s. And here they come. Pacific just about there for a Humber, but not quite there. And that's going to be a major problem.
Enemy ground forces have claimed a sector.
It's not side-tick Stuarts either. And this kind of stuff is often why you can't really afford to go for healing
The enemy
for
has claimed a sector.
your light vehicle, because it does leave you open to this kind of attack. Trying to check if anti-tank grenades are ticking or anything like that. He's trying to build an AT gun. Generally not the best answer to L6s. They're a little bit too nimble. But really hurting from manpower right now. And the mid-tent looks like it's probably going to go down.
Anti-tank weapon and
So
crew
personally, I fall victim to these kind of L6 pushes quite often as well. Kind of just need to have like a read.
The enemy has it.
AT gun missed a shot there, that's sad. On what your opponent's doing, like if they're playing really aggressively, you have to have them in the back of your mind, like, okay, they're probably trying to get their command points going as fast as possible so they can get the L6 call in here shortly, so need to maybe prepare for that with a set of AT rifles, preemptively upgraded. It's like never that bad of an option against DAC to get the AT rifles, because they always have some light vehicles rolling around.
Beggars are threatening a victory point.
But yeah, I think the main problem was going for healing rather than just using the battle groups healing from decapturing. Which has been locked into now, but you know, it's quite quite late. But all things considered, it's not too bad for AcrossThePacific at this stage. I probably would be going for a Stuart about now. Stuart's side tech has not been completed yet, though. Maybe that's been forgotten about.
Proximity alarm.
But considering you managed to defuse that first attack on the L6s, which can be the most deadly, it's not too bad. But you've seen Panzerjägers, so you probably want the extra durability of
We have sectors isolated
Stuart
out there.
over the Humber, and Stuart kind of just scales a bit better.
Field infirmary done. We can treat the wounded here.
Has rebuilt the healing though.
We're losing
Alright.
a victory point to enemy action.
There aren't too many sectors like super close to the base where you could maybe like go out as a group and then mass decapture, get the healing.
Victory
AT
point.
gun positioning very defensive. Do have to worry about your retreat paths of any unit that's on the field. But yeah, definitely number one priority needed to be getting a Stuart out to actually be able to counter these things. Because AT guns on a big map like this, you just cannot cover it. Maybe it can work okay on like Faymanville. Maybe something that's a bit smaller.
We're losing a munitions point to enemy action.
But there we go. Gets a kill there. AT rifles combining up. So that's a nice pick off. Quite common for players to go for 2 sets of them. I'm actually a little bit surprised that dim-vishnya hadn't selected that option. Because with 4 L6s. I think he could have completely overwhelmed across the Pacific here. It's pretty all in, but
Points available for use.
you need to be able to maybe make those reads and just go for it sometimes. I think if you're going for L6s, you should already be on that kind of all or nothing mindset anyway. Plains are struggling a little bit at the moment though. You know, a couple of Tommies with the Rickies upgraded, getting some good hits. Base houses there also connecting nicely. What that squad was doing, just about marching to its death. Map control still excellent for dim-vishnya, but has actually not managed to drain out that many VPs. So across the Pacific in a reasonably stable position right now. Just needs to be really cautious about how he moves. A lot riding around this AT gun and AT rifle squad.
Stuart light tanks requisitioned. Stand by.
Okay, so Stuart's now.
Burn the Bosch from their holes. Incendiary rollout underway.
This is probably about 4 minutes late. Still might be the go, however. Do, of course, have the Crocodile in this battle group, so you can just stall up for the Crocodile. If you find yourself in trouble like this, don't have to tick up your company commands. Final stage of tech. Thanks to that call-in option. Rifles. Volley off. I think they probably could have got 2 off there. There's quite a lot of manpower to lose. You still have to worry that, you know, the L6 flame is pretty lethal. Squads on the edge could be in trouble. Do have anti-tank grenades though on across the Pacific. Doesn't quite have enough munitions right now to use them though. Trying to remedy that now though. A lot of muni points getting captured. And Stuart's about to pop out now.
Stuart's light tank tracked and ready.
But even with across the Pacific's bad control, like it's kind of skewing the numbers right now because his fuel control's been so low for so long. But I think he could have got this out a good 4 minutes ago, especially if he didn't rebuild. Well, probably more than that. Didn't rebuild his mid-tent.
The beggars are threatening a strategic point.
There we go. Assault green call-in from dim-vishnya. I think this is his first call-in. So disembarking. Stuart's in the right place at the right time. Clean kill there.
The enemy has pushed us back from our sector.
So usually against DAC, I'm a big fan of survival package on this. Just having that smoke so handy to avoid getting killed. Didn't even spot this, but the dim-vishnya chucking down a fuel cache out the back here. Has managed to tech up now, very close to a medium tank.
We're losing a fuel point.
Is he going for any upgrades? No. Definitely cannot get the cap off here while under L6 flamer, unless you're trying to bait for the Stuart. You need to just retreat from that immediately. T-gun's really far up here, but should be alright. Grenade launchers starting to come online. They will cause trouble to the Tommies, but that is where the Recce upgrade is better than the LMG, because it's still reasonably effective at firing on the move, can close in on the grenade launchers, don't have to sit still. Grenade launchers lighting up the squad inside the building though.
Heavy machine gun has been deployed for you.
Okay, machine gun coming in for across Pacific. Not guaranteed to be successful though against this kind of composition, unfortunately. I think that's maybe a bit of a shortcoming of the game at the moment. I don't think machine guns are... The suppression's not effective enough against grenade launchers. Doesn't slow them down by that much.
Sector lost.
Might be a fine position for it here though, because it can reinforce off that forward tech structure. So that's why you always want to build your forward, you know, your first tech structure out like this. That's really good from across the Pacific.
Victory point under enemy
Especially
control.
your first one out to this side on Twin Beaches. Give you a lot of value. Very relevant for the game. If you're ever trying to defend your cutoff, having that as a reinforced option is so handy. There we go, Panzer III is on the field. Out of the 16-minute mark, and AcrossThePacific hasn't seen any further vehicles. No Stug Ds, 8 Rides, anything like that. So you would maybe expect a Panzer III at about this timing. Luckily, the Panzer III misses its first shot, got an AT grenade. Can stop the chase. Panzerjägers maybe missed an opportunity to shoot there. AcrossThePacific getting a bit lucky, so definitely need a second anti-tank gun right now.
Orders complete.
We're losing a munitions point.
Position taken. Time for a brew?
Does have survival package on that Stuart as well, so could have smoked. Infantry training. Okay, I do like the idea here, stalling for the call-in, but yeah, AT gun needs to be the first priority. Handle the threat of the anti-tank. That's the most troubling part of dim-vishnya's composition.
Victory point is in enemy hands. Infantry training completed.
Would definitely be nice to knock out this Crowdshotson at some stage as well, because that will slow down the capture a lot.
A strategic point.
But right now, AcrossThePacific actually up on the victory point, so not looking too shabby. Just have to worry about this grenade launcher blob. I don't think we've seen a single flare popped up by AcrossThePacific, but this is around the timing where you want to be lobbing some up. Maybe helping you make more informed decisions about where to position your team weapons. Ooh, a tread shot on the Panzer III could have been the end of it there. A little bit of a late retreat. Tommies get out of there. The AT gun's chasing around the corner, but that runs right into the assault greens. Machine gun getting some suppression off. Panzerjägers are not in position right now. AT rifles hoping for the P3 kill, but they're not going to get it. But these guys are on prioritized vehicles, so they stop shooting. Okay, some close calls all around. Lucky stuff. But, you know, going both ways.
Bloody bad show. The enemy have the lead.
Stuart getting involved. I like this. Bring it back, and even though it's not quite full health, just want to make sure you can 100% win this fight. And the Panzer III was so badly damaged, you wouldn't expect it to be attacking you again this early on, so that's a good choice. I think, yeah, a decent idea, getting some mines up. Yeah, the one thing I'd say, some more flares from these recce sections. That would be great. Crocodile could be in some trouble here. Fast reaction from dim-vishnya. Doesn't have any durability bonuses on this yet. What was it doing? Spinning in circles. Oh, that's a big loss. There's an AT gun here set up.
The beggars are threatening a fuel point.
Probably going to stop the chase.
Rolling our train.
Maybe not.
They've lost contact with our
Engineer's
sappers.
dead. There's a bit of a risk from dim-vishnya. It doesn't have quite enough infantry support to make this successful, I don't think. Increase the AT gun though. Could maybe get the kill on it as well. He's trying for it. Second AT gun gets a shot off. L6 having to disengage.
Territory lost.
He had his second Panzerjäger up here. Probably could have killed this. Made it, like, not really worthwhile, but an okay trade. As it stands. It's a bad trade. So even when you go in donkey mode with DAC, you do still need infantry support sometimes. Interesting upgrade as well. I just about never see anybody get advanced field repairs. Speeding up the repair rate on his infantry. Just because, you know, you get auto repair and extra health on your vehicles. It's just so good, even though it's more expensive, it's just so good. Definitely worth it. Well, Panzer IV calling. The assault greens, so look at that population difference right now. Even after the Panzer III lost dim-vishnya, it's still way, way ahead. Pacific at that stage when he needs to start stalling for the Crocodile, though. He's pretty close on fuel. Just needs the manpower now. T-gun's in a nice spot for this fight. So far, I don't think we've seen any tread shot action from the Steward, though. It's maybe something that needs to be worked into the game. Gotta be careful with the AT guns just sitting out here with absolutely like no screening from time to time. So far, we haven't seen much dynamic movement from the assault greens, but they easily could be doing something, catching these out of position when it's undefended like that. But that's a lucky break for the Steward. Roof dies. Check its health. 123. No, it would have survived at 3 health. Everyone's just jumping into the buildings here. Oh, good rifle nade. Nade launcher not up to much. So dim-vishnya's micro starting to let him down a little bit. Seems like he's getting overloaded.
We have the lead. Now hold it.
Decent idea there, completing the capture. Because you got the little bit of elevation there, shielding the sappers from harm. On flat ground, it would have been a much bigger risk, but I think that was fine.
Enemy ground forces have claimed a sector.
So there's the magic button. Crocodile, really come online.
Damnation! The sector's in enemy hands.
Sappers don't have any upgrades yet. You hit a mine like that, it's like, okay, time to get sweepers. And you think immediately. Up until now, I don't think we've seen any mines from dim-vishnya, so at that stage, you're like, okay, you know,
We're losing a victory point.
don't really need them, but now it should be on the cards, especially when he had like 3 or 4 panzer pies. Could be a lot of mines laying around. We can see there's not, but look how much munitions he has. Easily could have planted a lot of them. It just seems like dim-vishnya's kind of run out of APM to find time to plant mines. And there is the Croc. A little bit slow chasing here. Maybe could have got an extra shot or 2 on the Panzer IV. And at this stage, there's not a lot for the Croc to worry about. We've seen a couple Panzerjägers, but unless the opponent's gone for Panzerjäger commands, Panzerjäger's not that big of a threat. Just have to worry about extending too far and hitting a mine. That's where the sweepers nearly need to be getting going. Need sweepers, because if you take engine damage this far up and then the opponent's built an 88, you can just lose the Croc on the spot. Cannot afford to get engine damage on the Crocodile here. Though, getting some major work done with the Flamer. Not many models dropped though, just have to retreat back to base. Still only the one sapper for across the Pacific as well. Definitely needs another one. After lost that other one on retreat. And 3 a while back. dim-vishnya make a mistake. If he ran forwards between AT gun volley or AT rifle volleys there, we could have got a second dose of damage onto the Stuart. That's what you want to be doing to your handheld anti-tank if it's safe. AcrossThePacific doing a bit of a base inspection here. Need to make sure it's well backed up. He does have one AT gun backing this up. It's okay.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
We got bunker finally down.
Enemy has our victory points now.
Nice. Vickers positioning there, shutting down the blob.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
And game's looking pretty good. I think dim-vishnya trying to save up for the Tiger right now. Wish I could easily check his call and cooldown. I think that's what he's waiting for. Maybe it's the manpower, I'm not sure. Either way, it's not going too well for him because he's auto-reinforcing, losing a lot of manpower. It's going to be a sticking point. Panzer IV can trade against the Croc, okay. Looks like maybe he's turned off auto-reinforce. And he's going for tip. The only reason that the DAC player would be in this game right now is the Tiger. Here it comes. The Croc is a little bit under half health. This could be a problem. Sneer out, a little bit slow. And the Croc is like, oh boy. Here goes the Panzer IV. Smoke, 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 smoke.
We have munitions ready to be used, Commander.
Okay, Croc smokes. Need mass smoke.
Crocodile's tank has been lost in action. No survivors.
Well, that's a problem. Croc down. Has enough resources in the bank, can instantly call it back in though after the cooldown. Only 1 minute cooldown is pretty fast, honestly. Like, when you consider that these things would probably take a minute to build if you had to manually build them. That's the benefit of the call-in. But AcrossThePacific could maybe squeeze in one more anti-tank gun.
We just lost an anti-tank gun.
Shoot from the side. Tiger does have to respect it.
Enemy control.
Okay, his vehicle capture now, dim-vishnya, doing some capping with L6.
Sector overrun. The enemy has it.
Jumbo-sized Kratschützen. This is, I think, good from AcrossThePacific. Threatening to come in from a side angle means the Tiger can't really be comfortable. Keep pressing forwards, kill off the decrewed anti-tank gun. Again, this is where flares can really come in handy. Just popping one up makes the enemy go, okay, he's got vision on me this whole time. I just can't be here at all. And maybe can avoid some bleed from the Tiger and having to manually get vision of it.
Crocodile is ready to wreak havoc.
So the sappers, though, having a bit of a bad retreat path. Probably going to go down on the far edge.
Royal Engineers out of contact.
Don't want to be sitting in front of the Tiger. Just fast enough to get out of there. Don't want to be sending in the AT gun, like, head on with no screening as well. This gets decrewed. It's a disaster. So at this stage, AcrossThePacific, okay, he's already got team weapon training, that's good. Going for the tech up. Probably needs another sapper as well. But probably just needs to keep everything as a group. Maybe the Stuart can operate independently more on the flanks. With the AT gun, both AT guns, the Croc, and maybe like 2 snaring squads need to be on high alert against the Tiger. All grouped together. So this is where the Stuart should be moving to shut down. BP pressure high. He's trying to crawl over there, but the suppression from inside the building working nicely. The Tiger overextending slightly. That's enough for engine damage. Oh, that's big. Rear armor versus rear armor, though. Good string of pins from the AT guns. And the Tiger's dead. Vishnya throwing in the towel. So yeah, I think AcrossThePacific making a mistake going for healing that early on, especially when playing Canadians, when you can get the healing through your battle group. Don't want to be slowing down your light vehicles unless it's like dire straits, you know. Just need to really assess the health of your infantry, and only in critical situations would you ever go for healing before your first light vehicle, especially against DAC, who always are going to have some vehicles causing you problems, and you just kind of need your own vehicle to fight against. But it worked out fine. I do think dim-vishnya had opportunities, you know, just by doubling down, going for more L6s, probably could have won with sheer overwhelming force at that stage, but decided to tick up and kind of lost his way a little bit once he started to have to play like more widely across the entire battlefield. His micro started to let him down. As I said, it kind of felt like he ran out of APM to plant mines, use his troops independently. That's where AcrossThePacific started to exploit him, fighting multiple battles across a wider front. But yeah, would like to see some more flares from AcrossThePacific. They are so handy. Like, one of the main reasons you want recce's. They're just so good, those flares on the Tommies. But yeah, I don't think there's like any way to know that the L6s are coming for sure. As I said, you can kind of maybe guess a little bit based on the amount of aggression the DAC players showing and how many units they're built, like, because they don't have to spend as much on tech to get those L6s out. They might have like 1 extra unit. So those are kind of tells, but it can be hard to make those reads sometimes during the course of a game. And I don't think in this particular match we had a good idea based on what we saw from dim-vishnya that L6s were going to arrive before they did. It's hard to guess. But still, the Humber could have been out at that timing to meet them. And then anti-tank grenades could have been ticked afterwards. Maybe AT rifles put on 1 squad. And then at that stage, you got enough to handle the first wave of L6 pressure, build an AT gun, and then you should be all right from there, unless you've got yourself into some trouble. But yeah, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like again recast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.